Hello there, I'm Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist. Welcome to your new moon and second half of May abundance forecast. Wow, this is really an abundance new moon if there ever was one, because first of all, it happens on May 18th. And this is a Taurus new moon, and Taurus traditionally governs our values and beauty and finances, what we most value in life, including the value of money, right? So this new moon gives you a chance to look closely at who and what makes you feel good and worthy and fulfilled. What activity fills you with joy and gives you the greatest confidence? Now, when you're clear on what you most value in your life, when you're clear about those things that really fulfill you, your decisions and choices create an effortless flow because you're staying true to your core values. And that's what Taurus is all about. Now, the new moon is coming in, giving you a big boost of confidence, asking you to trust what brings you joy, embrace what makes you feel spiritual, what makes you feel secure and balanced. And when you align with what's good and supportive for you, as a being of light, you eliminate most frustrations in your life. And since May this year is also a 13 universal month in numerology, and 13 adds up to 4, that secure foundation represented by the 4 or the square is even more solid. 13 governs rebirth, and 4 governs honesty and truth. And then there's the Taurus influence, making this new moon really abundant. This prosperity theme is reflected too in the degree number. The sun and moon are going to be at 26 degrees in Taurus. And 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8, the number of power, leadership, abundance. And Taurus also governs financial health and wealth. So in terms of the timing of this Taurus new moon, if you live in the Pacific or Mountain or Central time zones, it's going to occur very late on May 17th. Number 17 also reflects the number 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. 26 reflects 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. So there's even more abundance. Now, the official universal time for this new moon is the 18th of May. And that's when most of the world will experience this powerful lunation. Now, 18 is about release and releasing false values and just letting go of all outside expectations. Now, what makes the 18th so powerful this year is that it adds up to the 22, number 22 universal date. And 22 is a master number of peace and balance and setting down a lasting foundation. May is a 13 universal month, and numbers 22 and 13 are in the same family. They both add up to the root number 4. Talk about a wonderful opportunity to manifest renewed values in a deep, lasting way. Now, just like I explained in the first half of May, the full moon video, which activated that powerful numbers code of 4 and 8, this special code continues to be triggered by the new moon and the second half of May. In this case, the Taurus new moon is defined by what you hold closest in your heart, what you value most. And what gives this valuable, wonderful equation another amazing, important boost is what happens hours later. On May 18th, the day of the new moon, Mercury is stationary. That means Mercury has stopped. It's slowed down because it's changing direction, right? It's about to move backwards, retrograde. On the following day, May 19th, Mercury goes retrograde, and it does it in Gemini, which is its home sign. And amazingly, this happens at 13 degrees in Gemini. 13, the number that activates all of May. The number of transformation, sudden shifts, unexpected change, and rebirth. So Mercury begins its retrograde journey at 13 degrees, and 1 plus 3 is 4, right? Now Mercury moves backwards until June 10th, and it ends its journey at that point, right? Now amazingly, on that date, June 10th, Mercury stations direct at 4 degrees in Gemini. Isn't that amazing? So the number 4 again is being triggered. The number 4 and 8 code is being triggered. So throughout May, we have the numbers 4 and 8 activated exclusively and continuously. First, the full moon occurred on the 4th at 13 degrees. Universal date of 17, which is 8. Then the new moon at 26 degrees on a universal date that adds up to 22, which is a 4. So it's like a reverse mirroring, right? Then Mercury goes retrograde at 13 degrees in Gemini and ends at 4 degrees Gemini. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before. So what does it all mean? Well, whenever a planet reverses direction and goes backwards, it revisits territory that it's already been on, right? So it's navigated through this territory before. So this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be revisiting moments from your past that really need another look, a reality check of some kind. Maybe retrying something again, or redoing something that just wasn't quite completed to your satisfaction, or reviewing how you responded to a situation. And this is really important because this Mercury retrograde occurs in Gemini, and Gemini is totally about communication as well, right? They go together, the planet and the sign. So you want to look at that. Are you being clear? Are you reaching out and sharing? Or are you being evasive and shutting down? If you've had any communication issues with anyone, this 4 and 8 code of destiny, merging with the new moon, merging with Mercury retrograde, is the perfect time to address those and revisit anything that's unresolved in your life. That's what will attract abundance. The clarity you get, the emptying of your cup, and the joy you receive. So speaking of joy, speaking of abundance, let's look at the planet Venus, because Venus is the ruler of the sign of Taurus, and Venus governs relationships and love and beauty and art and luxury. So you'll get a newfound appreciation of the finer things in life in the weeks following this new moon. You'll also look at how you're valuing yourself. Now remember, Taurus governs your values and Venus makes sure you're nurturing yourself. So you'll want to invest in massages, cleanses, personal readings, those beautiful moments that nurture your physical temple and fill your mind with positive ideas and nurture your spiritual heart center, your temple of light. You see, the spiritual in you is craving to be nurtured, especially right now, because Venus is forming a beautiful, beautiful trine to Neptune, the planet of exquisite light and dreams and other worlds and multi-dimensions and your imagination. When Venus and Neptune combine in this way, they weave colors of light through your life, a deep spiritual awakening that's even more enhanced because you're also reflecting. You're getting amazing insights with Mercury retrograde in Gemini, right? So this is one of those really profoundly inspiring and creative periods of the whole year. The inner artist in you wants to play. So be on the lookout around this new moon for a new creative project that could begin for you. It's really a great time for that. Venus moves on a couple of degrees in the last few days and gets touched by Pluto and Uranus, which, you know, that square between these two planets we've experienced over the last few years. And yes, it's dissipating, but now you have a wonderful chance in this last week and a half of May to break free from any outdated habits that you may not have fully cleared out yet from the last 3 years. And in this case, Pluto opposes Venus and Uranus squares Venus. Now, when Pluto and Venus get together, it intensifies your emotions. So you'll feel that the latter part of May. And Pluto in Capricorn governs your career. So you'll want to get balance on an emotional level between your professional and your private life. So you'll really be made aware of whether you're nurturing both, or maybe you're favoring one over the other, neglecting the other. So career versus home, right? And with Uranus, it's a little bit different, the balance you're seeking. You're seeking the balance between needing to be free and independent versus your natural instinct to have a secure home and have a loving family. That's Uranus in Aries and versus Venus in Cancer. So this wonderful abundance new moon and Venus influence and your ability to reflect with Mercury retrograde, it really gives you a wonderful opportunity to refine your values, to get really clear about what truly matters in your life and pay attention to that answer because you want to focus on what's good and true and prosperous for you. It's a really, really big moment. And so I'd love to hear from you. How are you feeling? What's coming up for you? Drop me a note below in the comments section and share. And thanks for watching. I will see you soon in the first half of June and full moon forecast.